One question that you might be asking yourself, a very important question, is how long will all of this take? How much time is going to be required or is involved in this spiritual awakening business, in this blue-collar enlightenment business? Are we talking about months? Are we talking about years? Are we talking about decades? And that's a very, very good question, and it is a logical question, an authentic question, especially if you're new to spirituality, where you feel like you're at the beginning and there seems to be this monumental passage of time before you, this monumental distance for you. So I wanted to address this and try to do so in a nuts and bolts, blue-collar way, and not fall back on the flat answers that are, or you're already there, there's no time at all, things like that. So I'm not going to answer it that way. I will address this paradox between no time and time. But more or less, the overarching question boils down to this. Is this going to take just a couple of years, or am I going to be involved in a messy, long, slow process that's going to take decades? So let's start with, let's tackle this, okay? Give me a second here. So now I want to just point to you one very relevant and important experiential answer to this question about time. Here it is in a nutshell. The amount of time that it's going to take you to arrive to spiritual awakening is equivalent to the amount of time that you spend in no time. The amount of time that you're present, the amount of time that you dedicate to finding stillness. So this is why it's important when I'm creating, teaching, that when you're involved in it, that you resonate with the no time aspect of the teaching. I've mentioned this in other videos about teachers who, long stares and long pauses. There's a lot of no time involved there. It allows for the body-mind to catch up to this and to resonate with and to feel this, what it's like to just drop into the moment. Okay? So there's my answer to, oh, you're already enlightened. All right? Okay, so the practical side of this is that if you don't do this very much, you're going to be stuck doing this for a long, long time. The facts of the matter are that awakening, spiritual process, blue-collar enlightenment is a course. It is this paradoxical no time inserted into a time frame. And so it does take time. There's some work that needs to be done. There's some things that one does in order to facilitate the process of learning, of growing, of transformation of the body, the mind, the brain, the heart, our thoughts, our emotions. So that takes some time. This is not instantaneous. Babies are not just hatched. Babies incubate for 9 months. Spiritual awakening is not outside of the realm of, to a certain degree, of the law of physics, of the laws of the universe. There's some growing time here. A friend of mine, another teacher, called this radical gradualism, where you have these gradual long periods, and then in one day, yes, there's the baby, it's born. So about this time. So if you're not spending moments in no time, in being here now, in finding stillness, then more than likely your life, your circumstances will tend to be hijacked by everything else, and it will take your spiritual journey longer. And there's no right or wrong to that. That's just the laws of the physics of the universe. However, this is what I found, that if you spend more of your time and energy being in space like this, being in community, hanging around teachers, etc., then it's going to take less time. All right, that's a pretty vague answer, I know, right? So it's just going to take you less time, right? Still, I would like it to be better. I would like my answer for you to be better than that. I would like it to be more specific than that. And so now we're gonna head off into another territory, okay, about time. That's a little on the cutting edge of spirituality. One that I don't know, maybe I'm crazy to advocate this, but I think it needs to be done and it's important. And before I do so, I want to talk about something really quickly here. I want to talk about Roger Bannister and the 4-minute mile. Roger Bannister was British. He was the first person to achieve the 4-minute mile in 1954. Up to that point, years and years and years, men had tried to do it and thought individuals were crazy, that no human being can do this. So Roger Bannister did. 6 weeks later, another individual by the name of John Landy from Australia, he broke the 4-minute mile barrier. And then guess what? Over and over and over throughout the years, there's the 4-minute mile barrier being broken. I just looked it up online. Something like among those who have registered and who have done this formally since 1954 are 1,300 human beings. That doesn't count those who've probably done it and haven't registered. So here's what I'm saying to you, and here's what I'm advocating. There's a bunch of us now on this planet who have broken the spiritual awakening 4-minute mile. That means to you that it's going to be easier. It's going to take you less time. There's a whole bunch of us that are now on the sidelines, in the stands, there to cheer you on and to see to it that you wake up. And you do so quickly, without drama, without BS, without decades of involvement. Okay? So, and here's what I want to advocate. I advocate this. If you're new to spirituality, if you're just coming out of the waking up from the fog of the way that life is normally sold to you, and you've begun to investigate matters, 4 years. 4 years is how long this should take you. There's enough help. There's enough of us who have run the 4-minute mile. There's enough opportunity. There's the internet. There's tons of books, tons of teachers, tons of available moments for you to find this no time. And if you're new to spirituality, 4 years should take you 4 years. If you've been doing this a long time, okay, then you can maybe shorten that time down to 2-3 years. If you're urgent about this, if you know exactly what all this Advaita Vedanta, non-dual Zen, spiritual awakening, enlightenment stuff is about, and you're sick and tired of it, and you just want to have a radical change in your life for the good, then it should take you, let's call it right here, take you a year. Okay? So I know that sounds crazy, but I think someone has to say it. Someone has to say, you know what? This is just inhuman. This is just good human health. This is mental wellness. It's not rocket science. It's nothing mysterious here. There's nothing that is exclusive to one group of people that's going to take someone else 2 decades. This is a 4-year college course. Welcome to Spiritual Awakening University. You'll take these classes. You'll study with these teachers. You'll have many, many moments of no time. And then somehow, paradoxically, through these many moments of no time, in 4 years, you will find that this no time is accessible to you at all times, and it never has been not accessible to you. I think this is where we are relative to spiritual awakening and relative to the amount of time that it's going to take. I say 4 minutes. Well, 4 minutes would be nice. I say 4 years. Wherever you are on the spectrum of seeking, however long you've been doing it, okay, from beginners all the way up. If you're beyond the 4-year mark, then put your foot down and really ask yourself, am I allowing for these moments of stillness, these moments of resonating with no time? So find out for yourself if this is happening for you. And if not, then maybe take another close-up, nuts and bolts, blue-collar, logical look at it. Again, I don't think it's as mysterious as we think it is. That you're waiting for just the right circumstance, for synchronicity, to meet the right teacher, for some cosmic alignment to happen. Bullshit. Bullshit. There's just some things that you need to get in front of you to do, to use, to feel into, to resonate with, to find, to investigate, and to really experientially partake in. Nothing mysterious about any of that. And we have all the opportunity in the world to do so. The internet, the number of teachers has just grown stupendously just in the last couple of years. Go look online. There's a whole bunch of spiritual awakening teachers out there. So again, when someone asks me today, how long is this going to take? How long is it going to take to wake up? How long should it take me to be involved in this matters? I will courageously, bravely I will, maybe at risk of being ridiculed, say 4 years. 4 years. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some hope, that it gives you some guideline to go by about how long is this going to take for you. I hope that this condenses what the world of spirituality and the path and the time and the distance looks like. I hope it condenses it down to you and makes it seem achievable, realistic, and doable, and not such a huge, endless climb. I hope that is the case for you. So, welcome these moments of paradoxical stillness and no time into your life, and it will all happen in less time. Bit of a paradox. Okay, I'm Jeff Stewart Dixon. Thanks for hanging out with me, and please leave a comment. How long have you been involved in spirituality? Let me know, let others know. It'd be great to hear from you. You can do so at bluecollarenlightenment.com. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.